Greetings, fellow fans. In today's video, I bring you plenty of updates, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The NBA playoffs are officially set, and the Boston Celtics will face the Orlando Magic at TD Garden in the first round, a matchup we haven't seen in years. The live broadcast kicks off at 3 p.m. Eastern Time this Sunday, marking the beginning of a highly anticipated weekend clash. If you're planning to follow along, now might be the perfect time to subscribe. We're on the brink of reaching 48,000 subscribers, currently sitting at 47,969. Just 30 more to go. So make sure to hit that button. Let's break down the preview of this first-round series between the Boston Celtics and the three-point contesting Orlando Magic. Orlando secured the 7th seed by defeating the Atlanta Hawks in their play-in game. We're preparing for a series that could go the distance, but as of now, only 4 games are scheduled, which is the minimum for this round. The Celtics are heavy favorites heading into this Easter Sunday showdown. However, it's worth noting that Orlando managed to beat Boston twice during the regular season, though one of those losses came with the Celtics starter sidelined. That means Boston will have several opportunities to dominate in what could be a 7-game series. Let's look at the context of those games. The two teams first met in December during the 2024-2025 regular season, a game where Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, and Jason Tatum were all out. That loss didn't come with a full-strength Celtics squad. In their rematch, however, Boston responded in dominant fashion, crushing Orlando 121-94. The most recent loss is also important. It came just last week, with all Celtics starters resting because seeding was already locked in. Notably, Tatum missed both losses, meaning he remains undefeated against the Magic this season. We're counting on Tatum to lead the charge once again. Looking at the matchups and statistics, Boston clearly holds the edge in nearly every category. In the blowout win, Boston shot an impressive 49.5% from 3, compared to just 24% in the earlier December loss. Rebounds were close, but Boston dished out more assists and had fewer turnovers in the victory. The pattern is obvious. Successful three-point shooting and limiting turnovers are key. Orlando's main advantage lies in their defensive rating and points allowed per game. So while Boston has the upper hand statistically, Orlando's defense is no joke and should not be underestimated. Injury-wise, Orlando is relatively healthy. Banchero and Wagner had injuries earlier this season but are now in full form. Jalen Suggs and Moritz Wagner, however, will miss the entire postseason after undergoing surgery a few weeks ago. On Boston's end, Jaylen Brown is the only player being closely monitored. He missed the last 3 games due to a lingering bone bruise in his right knee, but is actively practicing with no limitations. The injury report looks promising for Game 1 on Sunday. If you plan to watch live, we'll be covering all the Celtics playoff games right here. There's plenty more to talk about in this exciting first-round series. This is the best time of year for basketball fans. We'll go over the keys to success and my official prediction for the series. But first, let's talk about how to get playoff tickets. The official Celtics ticketing platform offers a simple, affordable way to secure your seats. Whether you're eyeing Celtics games, the Red Sox, Bruins, Patriots, or another event near you, this site provides last-minute options and competitive pricing. Personally, the NBA playoffs are my favorite sporting event of the year. And if you're hoping to see the Celtics win a title for the first time in 56 years, now's your moment. Don't forget to use a promo code at checkout for a discount on your first purchase. Terms apply, and the opportunity won't last long. Now, let's dive into my keys for a Celtics victory. It starts with controlling the pace. Boston often falls into the trap of adjusting to their opponent's rhythm, something they need to avoid. They must dictate the tempo from the opening tip. Both Boston and Orlando rank near the bottom of the league in pace, so this will be a slow, methodical series. That suits Boston just fine, as long as they stay in control. With playoff experience on their side, especially at home in the first 2 games, the Celtics must come out aggressive and energetic. Second key, act like you've been here before because you have. Boston played in the finals just 10 months ago. The pressure, the spotlight, it's nothing new. This is year 2 of the current roster's core, and that experience gives them a huge edge over a young Magic squad. Veterans like Al Horford, age 38, and Jason Tatum, age 26, know how to handle playoff intensity. Their recent playoff journey includes deep runs and painful exits, but all of it builds resolve. They played in nationally televised games all year and know how to rise to the moment. That maturity will be crucial against a Magic team that needed a win-or-go-home game just to get here. Another key stat: Boston wins when they shoot over 36% from three. That's the magic number. They won 37 of 43 games this season when they hit that mark. Against a team that defends the arc well like Orlando, Boston must get their threes up and find a rhythm early. When Tatum sat out, the Celtics shot just 24% from deep. With the full roster, they soared to 46%. The reserves struggled mightily, posting just 17%. The Celtics lead the league in three-point attempts, but Orlando has done a great job limiting those against them, around 11 fewer attempts per game. That's huge. Boston's challenge is clear: hit those threes or risk struggling in the paint, where Orlando has a size advantage. Which brings us to the matchup in the paint. Orlando thrives inside with Banchero and Wagner. If Boston can force them to shoot from distance, where they hit only 32% and 29% respectively, that's a win. They dominate close to the rim, but are inconsistent beyond the arc. Tatum, Brown, Horford, and Porzingis need to clog the paint and force tough threes. This strategy puts Orlando out of their comfort zone and keeps them from scoring easily. And now, let's talk about one player in particular, Cole Anthony. He's not a starter, but when he gets hot, he's dangerous. He brings scoring and energy off the bench, and Boston can't afford to let him catch fire. One specific matchup to watch is the guard assigned to him, who, in past games, has done a great job limiting Anthony to just a few points in a short span. That defensive focus will be crucial in keeping Boston's edge intact. Let's continue in part 2 with predictions and deeper tactical breakdowns. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. The Boston Celtics' hopes for another championship run in 2025 have just taken a major hit. Jaylen Brown, the electrifying forward and Finals MVP, has reportedly suffered a knee injury that will sideline him for the next 2 months. While the Celtics roster has been one of the most formidable in the NBA, this unexpected setback raises questions about how the team will navigate the postseason without one of their key stars. With Brown's absence looming large, fans and analysts alike are eagerly awaiting more details on the severity of the injury and its potential long-term effects. Sources close to the team have remained tight-lipped about the specifics, adding fuel to the growing speculation. Will the Celtics be able to maintain their elite level of play without Brown's dynamic presence? The team has been operating at full throttle this season, with Brown playing a pivotal role in both offense and defense. His contributions during the 2024 NBA Finals, where he helped propel the Celtics to victory with stellar performances, have made him an irreplaceable part of the squad. Without him, head coach Joe Mazzulla will need to quickly find solutions to keep the team's championship aspirations alive. Brown's knee injury comes at a critical time in the Celtics season. With the playoffs just around the corner, the timing couldn't be worse. However, the team is no stranger to adversity, having weathered numerous challenges in the past. Brown's absence could force players like Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, and Malcolm Brogdon to step up even more than usual. Tatum, in particular, may need to shoulder an even greater offensive load, while Smart's defensive prowess and leadership will be more essential than ever. As the Celtics prepare for life without their star forward, all eyes will be on the medical team. The key question now is whether Brown's injury will be a short-term issue or if it will have long-lasting repercussions. While the team is optimistic that the 2-month timeline will be sufficient for Brown to recover, no one is ruling out the possibility of setbacks. If this injury lingers, the Celtics may need to explore trade options or adjust their strategy to ensure they remain contenders in the Eastern Conference. For Celtics fans, the situation is a mix of concern and anticipation. Will Jaylen Brown return in time for the most crucial games of the season, or will this injury derail the team's pursuit of another title? As we wait for more updates, The uncertainty continues to build, keeping everyone on edge, eagerly awaiting the next development in this high-stakes drama. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.